Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of weekly sectoral analysis. Last week guys I could not make a video because I was busy with a workshop with my mentees, but this week I'm back and let's analyze the overall markets. Now so far what we can see is that market has been able to provide a decent trend line breakout in the Nifty spot. I'll just like to zoom this out for all of you. Now we can see this is the first touch of the trend line. This is the second and the third touch. Why I'm counting these touches, the reason for that is generally as per technical analysis, until and unless there are no three touches on a trend line, it is not considered as a breakout. So we do have a valid trend line breakout. Apart from that, if you can see that there was a gap up breakout, and after the gap up price went up, retraced, came back. It is taking this particular gap as a support, and in addition to this, if you want, you can also use a fib retracement. So I'll take this high actually. So we have retraced by 38.20% retracement, which is fine, which is absolutely okay and acceptable also. So overall, I would say that the shorter term time frame, which is the daily chart, looks okay. Trend is up, but if you look at the weekly time frame chart, things are not that great. The trend is still down, the momentum is flat, and what we can see over here, the displacement of the moving averages is also negative, and we can see just a correction, then a pullback, again a correction, again a pullback, but उससे ज़्यादा कुछ मिल नहीं रहा है. We can just see consolidation in the last couple of weeks. So overall in Nifty, I don't think there is a very big view coming up. Only one thing positive which I can see is that this high, as per Dow theory, has now been surpassed. This is the previous high which we have been able to surpass just once on this day. If we are able to surpass even the high of Thursday and close above it and continue to go higher and surpass even this high, which is just above 24,500, then it will be even positive for the Nifty in the medium term. Let's see what happens, but overall things are improving, but not that much so far. Bank Nifty, if you see now, the trend and momentum is positive. The weekly charts have improved, and visually, if you see that this was a correction, we got a pullback, okay, the high, a low, again a high. So now suddenly in the weekly time frame chart, we have a formation of higher highs in Bank Nifty so far. I know that market यहाँ पे stop नहीं हुआ, but so far it is looking good. Momentum has also improved. RSI also is above 50, which is a good sign. Only one thing which we can see over here is daily time frame chart is also fine. सबसे पहले ये बोलूँगा, daily time frame chart is fine. This high has been surpassed. There is one particular extension in Fibonacci which is over here. I will give you the level. I think that level is somewhere around 58,350, 370, 365, somewhere around that. So that is the reason on Thursday we were not able to extend the gains above 58, 350, 28, 58, 370 basically. So once this is surpassed, Thursday's high is surpassed, then I think we might continue to go higher. Overall things are okay in Bank Nifty in the short term. Yes, if you convert this chart into a line chart, then you will see higher high and lower high in price and RSI. But to be very frank, as of now, I will not give that much of importance to this because the weekly chart has started improving. So as of now, I will not give that much of importance. We will wait for further signals. Overall, things have started improving in Bank Nifty. PSU banking space. PSU banking space, I should say things are improving. The RSI, weekly RSI is above 50. Things have started improving. We have an extended move of the PSU banking space on the upside in the last 1 week, in the last 2 weeks, in fact, in the daily time frame chart, and even in the week, couple of weeks back also, there was a week where there was pretty decent gains. Overall momentum trend is improving for sure, but in terms of higher highs and higher lows, we are still not there. I mean, it's not as powerful as private banks, but things are getting better. One more thing which I would like to share is, see, you're not going to trade in PSU banking index. आप index में नहीं, आप stocks में trade करोगे. एक चीज का ध्यान रखिएगा, when you're trading in the PSU banking space, you will not find a lot of stocks which are looking positive in terms of trend and momentum. So you'll have to be very, very choosy when you're trading, especially on the positive side in the PSU banking space. Now, private banking space, I mean, it's one of the strongest sectors as of now. Also, thankfully, it is one of the sectors which has the highest weightage. So higher the private banking space goes, better it is for overall market, especially for Nifty. Trend momentum absolutely positive. This support has hold on very, very nicely, I should say. This high has been surpassed is a very good sign, and overall things are looking positive. No doubts about that. Except maybe one or two stocks, all private banking stocks are looking very, very powerful. Oil and gas space. Now, oil and gas space, I think, is a mixed match. When you look in the weekly time frame chart, you will understand, you will notice that the displacement of the moving averages is negative. We have a correction, fall, and again a correction, a pullback, again a correction. So overall, in terms of Dow theory, we are still negative. The trend and momentum is also negative even over here. But I think oil and gas is a mixture of stocks where the large cap stocks, the stocks which are having the highest weightage in the oil and gas space, they are looking negative, and there are few stocks which are slightly lesser in weightage. Those are slightly positive. So I think oil and gas space as an index is negative, but as a bag of stocks, it's mixed match. So I think you'll have to go stock specific in this particular sector. Auto space. Now, auto space, if you just have a look, the state of trend is improving. The positive state of trend is visible, especially in the daily time frame chart. You can see the way over here we have a smaller candle and then we have a big candle, which emphasizes that the momentum is coming back into this sector. Although we should not forget, overall it is a range bound pack. It's a range bound sector, and as a trader, when you look at stocks, you will see few sectors which are few stocks in auto pack which are negative, few are beginning to look positive, and few are still sideways. So as a trader, also if you're trading auto space, I think I will stay away for time being in auto space, even though the state of trend is improving, because आपको ज़्यादा stocks मिलेंगे नहीं जो या तो एक साथ में सब पॉजिटिव हो या तो एक साथ में सब जो नेगेटिव हो, जो प्राइवेट बैंकिंग स्पेस में. So yes, it's improving. I'll keep it on my radar, but not extremely enthusiastic about the sector. Okay. Consumer durables. Consumer durables is also improving in terms of state of trend. The state of trend is now positive. You can see multiple candles over here which are positive. Now this candle is red in color, but it has a lower wick. Again, this is a hammer candle which is bullish. This is a bearish candle, but these two candles are also positive. Then we have a big red candle and then a candle which is negative and looks like a dark cloud cover. But apart from this, if I just hide this candle which is a dark cloud cover, overall things look positive so far in the last few weeks, right? Yes, they do look positive. But the problem is that when you look at the consumer durable sector, I have repeated this time and again before also, if you are a directional trader, whether you go long or short, these are the times, these are the type of trends which you would like to capture to make money on the long side. and possibly here on the short side. But somewhere here in this zone, I'm not saying no, that there is no probability, no possibility of making money. There is, but you'll have to go for hit and run trades and very short term trades, and you'll have to be very, very careful and don't remain very optimistic. Yes, if either of these important levels are surpassed, we have an extended gain on the upside, just like Pharma or something, then we get a pullback and then things start improving. That's a different thing. But यहाँ पे पैसा बनाना in consumer durable sector is certainly not going to be easy. So be watchful, vigilant, and very, very nimble-footed. Consumption pack. Consumption pack, thankfully, it's improving. You can see, yes, even consumption pack is volatile, no doubt about that. But it is much lesser volatile and we can digest this volatility. We can trade in this volatility. It is volatile. मैं ना नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, but it is still tradable. If you compare it to the consumer durables, that is way more volatile. So I think the state of trend in the consumption pack is improving. The last candle on Thursday is negative because the entire market gave up its gain. But overall things are improving. Now this is the previous high which we need to surpass and continue going on the upside. So overall things are certainly improving in the consumption pack. Finance pack. Now the finance pack, I should say now it has started improving. Why I'm using the word now? I'm using the word now because isse pehle, before that, either the finance pack was negative, flat, and it was choppy range bound, especially in this range somewhere. Oh, sorry. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah. If you see over here, there was a lot of choppiness, especially in this zone. Okay. Little bit over here. But since this entire momentum has, came into existence and it looks like a short-term uptrend, the momentum in the weekly time frame chart has improved and it has transformed into a positive state of trend. Make sure that you pick your stocks properly in the finance pack because finance pack is one sector which has a plethora of stocks. यानी कि बहुत ज़्यादा stocks हैं finance में. Make sure you pick the right stocks. But yes, as the state of trend has improved, things are looking more positive for finance. FMCG. FMCG, I think I will not like to say anything. Yes, the trend is smooth in the daily time frame chart, but unfortunately the momentum is missing in the weekly time frame chart, either on the positive or on the negative side. And when the higher time frame chart lacks trend momentum, it makes no sense to trade it in the shorter term time frame charts. IT pack. IT pack, I think the sad news is once again the state of trend now is negative. Why I use the word now? Few weeks back it was negative, possibly somewhere in this zone. Then overall direction of price was down, but the momentum with which, the speed with which it was falling had reduced. So I think somewhere in this zone momentum went flat, and now once again with the last week's candle, the momentum is back on the downside. So overall things are not looking that great for the IT space. And if you want to understand IT space a little bit more in detail, if you look at the monthly time frame chart, you will understand the flow of the prices continue to remain on the downside. This is the support 26,140, 26,100. If this breaks, then I think IT space could fall into larger problem. Going ahead with the infra pack. Infra pack is one of the sectors which is now looking positive. Overall things are improving. As a short-term trader, you will say that there is some sort of choppiness here. Yes, I agree. But with this move of the last 3 weeks, this particular move, the state of trend in the weekly time frame chart has improved. The trend and momentum has improved. And the biasness is positive. What we need is we need to surpass this particular zone. Once we surpass the zone of 9600, 96, 9650, then I think things will improve further in this sector. Metal pack. Now metal pack, it was at a decent support between, I should say, 12,730 to somewhere around 12,350, 360. somehow it is not sustaining. Yes, the support zone is still not broken, but the main sell-off, I guess, is coming from the monthly time frame chart. You can still see some sort of space left further between the price and the moving averages. So is it possible that the sell-off might continue? Yes, it might continue. Will I say that the sector is now looking negative? My answer is no, it's not negative. There are few stocks which are negative, but I think so this sector should be seen as a trader with the help of the weekly and the monthly time frame chart. This is my take so far. Yes, it can change, but even this particular move in the middle pack was captured in the weekly and the monthly time frame chart. So I think again in the metal pack, once again we'll have to monitor the weekly and monthly time frame chart as well. If you are a hardcore swing momentum trader, short-term trader, you can surely continue to look at the daily and the weekly chart. Pharma pack, one of the most strongest sectors right now. Trend momentum continues to look stronger. RSI is looking really nice. Overall price is positive. Only thing is we have few candles over here which are looking slightly, can say not bearish, but they are looking tired. I mean, they are tired to go higher. So some sort of consolidation or a short-term profit booking may not be avoidable, but overall things are looking positive. I think the next pullback also is a chance to re-enter into the pharma pack. PSE sector, as you can clearly look at the daily and the weekly time frame chart, the trend and momentum is negative for sure. You can see the way prices are behaving. Overall biasness is down and it's a very clean, clear, negative sector. The candles are looking very, very confident as if the prices are going to fall very fast on the downside. Realty pack slowly and steadily trying to build a base over here, makes an up move, a down move, makes some base over here, base building, and then it's trying to shoot up. So overall things are improving for the real estate pack, and surely the state of trend is improving. In the weekly time frame chart, the trend and momentum is also positive in the weekly time frame chart. So I think real estate as a sector is looking positive. India defense. India defense also as a sector, if you just neglect this candle because it looks like a dark cloud cover, but it is not. It is not a textbook dark cloud cover. It looks like one. But overall trend momentum is certainly positive. Up move, retracement, trying to continue higher. This particular retracement, if you look on the daily time frame chart, it will look like a consolidation, which it is, but overall things are looking absolutely fine and positive. Mid-cap space, again, the state of trend is positive. There are little bit of hiccups, I think, in this zone as a resistance, and the momentum was very high here. It has slightly reduced here, but still overall state of trend and momentum is positive. No problem about that. Once I think we surpass above this level, 63,000, close above it with a big green candle, then I think momentum will be even better. So overall things are improving in overall market. Nifty is trying to create a higher high in the daily time frame chart, although the trend momentum is missing. The good part is that the banking space, PSU banking space is improving, private banking space is improving. Auto has started showing positive signs. Pharma is doing great. Realty is looking good. India defense is looking good. So I think as a market, it is still a market which is not completely long only market, because one of the sectors, unfortunately, as we cannot participate in the AIA run up right now, the IT sector is taking a hit, and IT sector has the second largest, I think, weightage in Nifty. So whenever IT will take a hit, Nifty will take a hit. So I think if IT is going to take a hit, other large cap sectors will have to do something about it if they want to pull Nifty higher. So still, I think it's a market where many sectors are trying to improve, but there are still sectors like IT, metals which are not performing, FMCG, one of the heavyweights, not performing. Consumer durables not performing. Oil and gas, large caps not performing. So this is still a mixed bagger market. It's not still a market which is completely positive. Be vigilant. Yes, you can trade in this market. You can try to make money, but be vigilant and select your sectors and stocks properly. All right. So trade less and trade wisely. Thank you.